.NET Web Forms, then you will be able to recall that we used to place our databases, file-based databases and other sensitive data in this folder called app_data. The files or databases placed inside the app_data, they were secure, they were easily accessible from within our application, but they were not accessible from outside the web. Nobody could type http:/app_data and get access to our sensitive data placed inside the app_data folder. Now what has changed in ASP.NET Core? Let us discuss that. So for that, I have created a simple ASP.NET Core application also, and we will first of all let me explain that the special status of app_data folder is not there in ASP.NET Core. There is no concept of app_data. There is no concept of app_data. There is no concept of this shortcut called data directory. There is no concept of app_data. There is no concept of data directory in ASP.NET Core. First of all, let me tell you why is it so. Now in your ASP.NET Core, any folder in the root directory, this is the Solution Explorer. Any folder that you create in the root directory, I'll say exceptions are the usual pages folder, the shared directories and all. Except these, if you create any other folder in the root directory of your project, then that directory is not accessible from the internet unless you configure it through the middleware called use static files. So this means that by default, if you create any folder, whether of the name app_data or of any other name in the root directory of your project, then that folder is already special, that is already protected. So every folder is protected by default. So we do not need a special name called app_data, and therefore this app_data folder is not having the same status in ASP.NET Core as it used to have in the classic ASP.NET Web Forms. This is one thing. So if you are looking for this folder in ASP.NET Core, you will never find it. This is one thing. Now I will take you to a project where I will show you, I will have a Solution Explorer and I will show you by creating a folder, and inside this folder I will create a notepad file, and in this file I will write something, any text I will write, and I will show you how the text contained in this file, it can be accessed, read from within the application, but it cannot be read from outside. Why? Because we will not be using the use static files middleware. We will not be using this. Had we used this one and specified this directory, then it would have been accessible from outside. Of course, the MIME type must have been added. For this, there is a video in one of the lists that I have there. You can see that. But right now, I will be demonstrating the use of this, how to access this file placed inside a folder, so that app_data concept you can see how this will be used. The benefit of this will be that you can use XML, let us say XML as data source. This can be the benefit of this. So all this I'll explain now, but I will not be explaining this XML as the data source. I'll be simply explaining this concept in this tutorial. This is the Visual Studio that I have got, and in this I have created any project, and this is the Solution Explorer. Inside this project, create any directory called, let us say, dbase xyz, create any directory, and inside that directory I have created a file called db.txt, and it contains something like hi data, anything I have written there. Now the challenge here is how to obtain the path to this one dbase. Now this is on your web server. Its actual path will be something C, something, whatever the path is there configured in the IIS. But how to obtain the path to this file from within your application? In case of app underscore data, the path could be obtained by using a data directory. But what do we do in case of ASP.NET Core to obtain path to this one? You might be saying that we can use